Right here in Boerne, we have a little bit of exotic Africa. African Dreams has brought us curios, art carvings, ceramic pieces, and wall hangings from all over Africa just for us to use at our home or as gifts. Why don't we take a look inside and see what we can find? I'd like to introduce you to Ed and Carolyn Hitchler of African Dreams. I asked them how the idea of African Dreams was born.
Well, after a once-in-a-lifetime family trip to Zimbabwe, we fell in love with the people over there. They're wonderfully talented, very resourceful. They're not accustomed to the amenities we have here in the States and the tools and the conditions they have to work in to create some of these pieces. We would find them abominable here in the States, but there is what they're accustomed to. They're rich in culture and tradition and so talented. And we just met so many unique, wonderful people on that trip, and it inspired us to come back and do this. We saw people who could take, that make beautiful creations virtually out of stuff that we would discard. Their biggest problem over there is that it's a third world country and they have no exposure. They can't get their products in front of people. Well, we thought we would try and see what we could do to get them exposure. So we travel there. I travel there regularly now, at least twice a year, and meet with many of these artists and craftsmen, and we are bringing their pieces now here to Boerne.
What types of materials are commonly used in their artwork?
I would say wood is probably their number one. Wood is very plentiful over there right now, and there are many different types of woods. There's pod mahogany, ironwood,
Kudu
berry, teak, ebony, and they use wood probably in about, I'd say about 90% of what they're manufacturing.
What's really neat is that nothing goes to waste over there. Some people are upset by hunting, but actually I think it's wonderful because once they've hunted an animal, everything gets used. The meat is consumed. The bones and horns, as my husband said, are used for artistic pieces. They use the animal hides for furniture pieces. Nothing goes to waste, ever.
Is the artwork here limited to what decor it can be used in?
Absolutely not. There's a big misconception, I think, when people see the name of our store, African Dreams. They walk through the door, or they're afraid to walk through the door, because they're expecting to see a bunch of spears and drums and shields hanging on the wall. And we have pieces, I think, that blend beautifully with the hill country rustic furniture look.
All the decor in here would go with just about any room. I've had people in here who have been decorating their living rooms, their dining rooms, their bedrooms, even their bathrooms. Some people even try to do the decor in their kitchens. So we have something that will work for everyone, and I've had a lot of satisfied people that have come through here and selected pieces that went with what they were trying to create in their home.
And some pieces that are absolutely stunning in and by themselves. The Nivik pottery we carry, which is all made in Zimbabwe, is painted, and it's hand-thrown pottery and painted there by about 30 different artisans that all come to this building daily, and their pieces are covered with African floral and fauna as well as the animals. And if you saw that piece, you'd think, well, that doesn't look very African, and yet it's coming right out of Zimbabwe, and the colors in it are beautiful. I think there's a piece right back here that, you know, there's no elephant sitting there on that tray or anything like that, or a native standing there holding a spear. So I think we appeal to all senses if they'll just walk through the door and come see what's hidden in here.
We try to cater to as many tastes as possible. We have both rustic pieces as well as a more formal look. We have some clientele which loves the African concept and the African animals, but they have a more formal look to their home. So we try to offer pieces that would cater to that. Some of the other pieces, especially the wood carvings, tend to be more of a rustic nature, but they're very beautiful and would actually fit in any home.
I think they look at nature and can pick out the colors that you and I would just walk by and say, no big deal. But they find the beauty in everything and bring it to life and share it with us. And we're trying to share it with you here in Boerne.